everyone, welcome to the Doozy podcast.
You're probably thinking, why the word doozy? What does that even mean?
Well, the word doozy means something that is extraordinary, outstanding of its kind.
And we are not that, but we're close.
So this is a podcast where we give you all the tools you need to become successful in life.
And the best part is we're going to learn how to be successful ourselves when we teach you how to be successful yourself.
I'm Alex Stahl.
I'm Matthew McLachlan.
I'm Andrew Goebel.
And today, we're going to learn how to survive in the wilderness.
Goddamn
okay?
right.
Today's episode is also sponsored by BotticelliFoods.com. Use the promo code Doozy, D-O-O-Z-Y, at checkout for 10% off. You're going to buy it anyways. Why not save a little money?
I'm going to guess and say this episode could also be called, How Many Times Does Andrew Talk About Being an Eagle Scout?
You're goddamn right.
Oh.
So if we can, we could get a counter maybe anytime that happens, because it will be brought up, and I'm not knocking it. But this is the episode. There is an Eagle Scout. There is how to make whiskey, and he's like, well, I'm an Eagle Scout, so I got my whiskey badge. Yeah. And I think I'm just more a little jealous is all, because I got the outfit, and you'd think I'd know half the things that you do. I do not. You're about to see why you should be the one wearing this, and I should be the one that looks like I beat up my son.
Yeah, Jose, every time he does reference being an Eagle Scout, can we get like an eagle screech?
Yeah,
every
just
time he does it with, with the counter.
Yeah. Maybe the counter is just an extra eagle added to the frame.
Yeah, just an eagle, yeah. All right, well.
I'm not going to bring it up once because of all this bullshit.
All my jokes are about
come on. He never
all
brings it up.
my jokes are about you.
I got eagle jokes.
All right, well, for those of you that are out in the wilderness right now and you don't know what to do.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel.
We got you.
Yeah, for those of you on the brink of death in the wilderness and you go on YouTube and you're like how
subscribe,
do I survive
comment,
in the wilderness? And
Smash that subscribe button.
That like button.
This is the first video that pops up for you.
You're dead, dude.
You're dead, dude. You're done.
You're dead.
You're done.
You're done. Well, let me ask: have any of you survived in the wilderness?
Yeah, you got wild
or anything like
wilderness experience?
Any kind of wilderness experience?
When I was an Eagle Scout.
Okay.
I did. I spent a lot of time outside. I remember I had this beautiful, like it was nighttime. It was all dark, and I was at the summer camp, and I was walking back from the outhouses, and I heard it before I saw it, but I just heard raindrops falling, and then I watched the rain just come at me, and I started trying to run away from the rain, and it took me over. It was, man, nature, I fucking love it.
Do you get a badge for
that?
that?
So what happened?
No, I survived, obviously.
Okay.
But
how?
I just went back to my tent.
Oh, in the guy's backyard.
In the guy's backyard, yes, in my Scoutmaster's backyard. No, I've never been put in a situation where I didn't like 127 hours myself or anything. I just, I have been in
slow burn.
I have been in nature, and I have survived. So I survived wilderness.
Yeah, but so have I. I've gone and went like.
Then you're good.
But then I left. But I mean, have you spent like days in the wilderness?
Absolutely, yeah. I did a summer camp, which was like a week long.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like we're talking, like you decide to go out by yourself in the woods.
No, I did. I did not 127 hours myself. I just said this.
So what are you even talking about here? You just like watched rain out inside of
I went with a group of people and survived the wilderness. The precursor to going to the wilderness is not alone. That's like I don't know if this is a tip. Just don't do it. And then you won't be.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Yeah, just don't.
Though if there's more than one mouth to feed, it might be harder.
Well, then you eat each other, like that fucking plane that landed in the mountains, and they all ate each other. And,
right.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Yeah, sad story.
If I had to, I would eat someone for sure.
Sure.
It seems like you jumped that as like the first option, as opposed to like.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of other options.
Like
we're out of snacks. What am I gonna hunt for a mountain lion or something? How are we gonna do that? How long is that gonna take? But
not a lot of boars in the mountains.
Not a lot of boars, but that one guy is looking a little tasty.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
But then but as always, right before you kill him, right before you eat him, That's when the rescue copter comes, and then they're like, "What are you doing?" You're like, I don't know. It's happened to me 6 times.
Yeah. You 6 times. What are you doing? Stop trying to fly the helicopter.
Don't go
dude.
on Spirit Airlines, okay?
Yeah. What won't you eat of a man?
Well,
Go ahead.
so have you ever been in the wilderness before?
Yeah.
Park ranger? Look at this.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
So
Your outfit.
don't be confused. Though I was, real fact, park ranger for nearly 4 years, never stepped in a wooded area as far as a park ranger goes.
Wow. I did not know that.
I was at a national monument, the Castillo de San Marcos, which is the most heavily populated area in that part of Florida. And I don't know how to do anything except that's not true. I know CPR. I can do that. I know how to do that. I can.
So
I
were
guess
you
survival.
were you just like off the grass?
Actually, it was awesome because it was the oldest masonry structure, and it was a fortress. So they had cannons all along. They were all from that time period. So it wasn't even grass. It was get off. Can you get off the cannons? Gotta get off the cannons. Thank you. So I just yelled about cannons all day.
Yeah.
And it was great.
I mean, if there are cannons around, you got to get on top of them.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
In fact, I would go with my friends when I wasn't working, and I'll be like, okay, you can't take a photo, but you should get on that fucking cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ever shot a cannon before?
I did. I actually, it was, you volunteered to dress up in like the Spanish militia, and you had to learn all the different positions, and then you go and it's kind of lame after a while. You're like, you can't just be like, let's have fun. It was like 40 minutes of like doing different steps, and they're like, when do I?
Did you have like a gun that you had to like twirl around and stuff?
No.
Different rangers.
That's a different ranger. Yeah.
I believe that's the power.
Power Rangers.
Yeah.
I did get a sword that I could flute into.
You had a flute?
Wait, did you say a flute sword?
Yeah, that's a Power Rangers joke. Kian gets it. You guys are on it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for
Wow,
being off screen for that.
Yikes.
I appreciate this.
The outfit really suits you. You look like a ranger.
Imagine me with my beard, and it was a good time. I did this in college.
Well,
it's the best
You made a choice. You were like,
I got paid more than double all of my friends who are working in fucking McDonald's, and here I am like.
Yeah, you protected
Government
you protected the country.
I did. I protected. I was the first line of defense to wilderness. Yeah.
This makes sense.
Which is what we need.
This is what we need.
By now, if you're still watching the video,
We're
looking,
sorry.
looking for tips on how to survive, you're dead. Okay.
Yeah. They're like, this guy has talked about being fucking.
Hurry
park
up!
ranger
I'm bleeding.
And an Eagle Scout for way too long.
Yeah.
Okay, we get it. He's an Eagle Scout.
One time in college, I'm bleeding.
My fire's going
yeah.
out. I need to.
Yeah. If you want to survive out here, these are the top 12 tips on how to survive in the wilderness, okay?
It's truly all you need. These
It's
12.
truly all you need. Only
it.
12, and you should be able to tackle anything. Number 12, everyone, figure out the course of action. Number 12, figure it out yourself.
See ya.
Figure out the course of action appropriate for your environment, okay? The skills needed to stay in sub-zero Alaska versus the woods of mainland Europe versus the Sahara Desert are all incredibly different, you know? Think of these very basic things first. What time of year would make it easier to get started? How many supplies would you need to get started off with? Would you have access to civilization? How far would that be? How does this change the situation? Try to buy a map where you're, if you're going before you leave. Do you have skills to survive in the terrain at all? Do you need to adapt to your body? Okay, are you in tune with your body? Do you know who you are? Do you know where you're going?
Have you got a therapy?
Yeah,
like, what are
have
you
you got a
doing? What are
therapy?
you figuring it out or
Yeah.
what?
Figure out where you're going. If you're like, I'm going to Sub-Zero Alaska, and
I
then
probably
everyone-
don't need shorts.
Exactly.
I think every tip you just fucking Sonic the Hedgehog through just explains how I would die.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I didn't bring a map.
You didn't adapt your body.
I did not adapt my body. I adapted my heart, but that doesn't do shit when it's stopping. I didn't bring the supplies. Got nothing.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Because when you're in sub-zero Alaska and you're like,
And you pack for the Sahara
and
Desert.
you pull out your Hawaiian shirt and you're like,
Fuck.
Dude, I got on the wrong Spirit Airlines
fuck, it's
flight.
happened to me 6 times.
6 times.
Six
Crashed in the
times.
wrong place I thought I'd
Yeah,
be.
same. We crash in the same area too.
Damn it.
Well, it's a tough area. It's a tough
same-
area
it's
for,
tough.
it's tough
It's
for
tough.
Spirit to get over
I
that
packed
one.
for the European mountains.
It's
and
tough.
now
I end up
I'm
in
here. I'm in
Alaska.
Alaska.
Every time I crash sub-zero Alaska, I'm packed for mainland Europe. Every time I crash mainland Europe, I'm in the Sahara Desert. You
It's a
can't-
triangle.
You can't win.
You can't
It's
win.
a perfect.
And if you
triangle.
pack for all of them, you're more fucked because then you're just mix match, and then you just don't look good.
Yeah, and then
yeah.
fashion's the real killer out in the wilderness.
I always say if you're gonna die, you better look good.
Yeah, oh my
Yeah.
God!
Or-
I have all. Where's the lie? Person dying in the woods. Where's the lie?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Red looks good on anybody
Yeah.
when you're bleeding out.
Exactly. If you're in sub-zero Alaska with a 3-piece suit, you did good.
You did
did
good.
good. You did good.
I mean, that's why when I wear pea coats, they're never warm.
No.
But I would look fucking good when I freeze to death.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
There you go.
Yeah. But also, if you're wearing a pea coat in the Sahara Desert, I'd be like, well, hey,
That guy made a choice.
yeah,
Yeah, you
it's
gotta-
not.
yeah.
It's not with the time. It's not.
Doesn't make sense.
No,
It's not topical.
but it's a choice.
But fuck, does he look good?
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
He
Yeah,
looks good,
dude.
though.
It's like when you go to like a really fancy restaurant
Yeah.
and like the food looks amazing.
So good.
There's not enough of it,
Right.
but you're like, fuck, this dude cooked. It looks good.
He definitely cooked it. I don't know
cooked
where it went. They just put it in front of me. It's gone now.
It's gone, but
But it looked good.
just like
Yeah.
A pea coat in the,
The
Sahara
peacoat.
Desert.
Go to the Sahara Desert.
tip number 11.
That was a perfect.
Perfect analogy.
Analogy. Great.
Um,
Or you also don't go anywhere. Maybe don't.
Yeah,
Stay
don't
at
leave.
home.
Stay
if
at
you want to
home.
survive in the
Maybe stay
wilderness,
home.
stay at
Say no.
Yeah.
End of tips.
Yeah. Maybe just don't.
Sorry, guy who's dying watching this
Yeah,
right
Yeah,
now.
sorry.
exactly.
I should have stayed home.
Tip number 11, work out a supply list. You're not getting stuck in the woods for 3 days. You're living out there for a lengthy period of time. Just having a backpack with a few granola bars and a sweater won't cut it. Here is a basic list of what you may want to take with you. We're talking knives. We're talking a rifle. Better bring your guns, lanterns, food, some sort of, some source of vitamin C, Tang, maybe. I would say water filters.
To survive.
Tang.
Are we going in space? We're trying to survive in space.
Tang.
A rifle. Tang.
Got a compass. We got a map of the area. Blankets. Some fire starters. Axes. Maybe a couple flare guns. Radio. You got your power banks because we're all. You want to make sure your TikToks are being posted while you're out in nature, and then a sewing kit because you may need to hem some pants.
Yeah.
Or your skin.
Or your pea coat.
Yeah.
Or your pea coat if it
Your pea coat
gets
rips.
torn. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to do it.
Don't forget water filter. We got a water filter.
I said water
You
filter is
did?
one
You
of the things,
did?
but I'll say it again.
Water filter.
Bring your Tang.
Bring your Tang.
Who needs water when you got Tang?
When you got Tang, water isn't necessary.
Because you have Tang.
I can use about 3 of those things, and all 3 of them are just 3 blankets. Those are
Yeah. These
and
tips,
3 Tangs.
Every Tangs.
These tips came from credible sources on the internet. So Tang
The
is up
company
there.
that makes Tang.
Exactly. This is from these tips are from the Tang
Headquarters.
website.
If you want to survive in the wilderness, go to Tang.com.
Go to Tang.com
Yeah, exactly.
and
Tang
they,
exclamation point.com.
Yes.
yes.
And they sell you Tang radios, Tang water filters.
Tang
That-
lanterns.
yeah, if
Yeah.
you pour water into the filter, it becomes Tang.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It
It
rips.
fucks, dude.
And
yeah.
and Tang sells a great selection of rifles as well.
The Tang rifle.
The Tang rifle.
I'm gonna give
the
him
Tang bolt action single fire.
Bolt action
sniper rifle.
sniper rifle. Very
50
good.
caliber.
Very
Holy
good.
shit.
What do you
Very
think's in
good.
here?
Tang.
Tang.
And a rifle. So.
Tip number 10: bring the right clothes.
Yeah.
3 rules: cotton kills, friends don't let friends wear cotton, and cotton is rotten.
Next tip. Now you're getting fashion advice in the
Well, my pea coat is probably made of cotton.
All cotton.
No wonder I died.
100% cotton.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You want to have clothes that retain their warmth even after they're wet. You want clothes that can survive wear and tear. Cotton, though it's light and comfortable, is not the way to go. Pack your bags with clothing made for loggers, surveyors, and commercial fishermen. It's going to be heavy, but it's going to last.
It's going to last.
Remember, you can always take What's going on over here?
I just pictured. Also, this tip's just about cotton.
The right clothes is not
I'm picturing
cotton.
the guy listening to this on the side of
like, "Oh,
the
fuck."
mountain, and he's like, I don't give a shit about cotton.
He's looking at the label as he's bleeding out onto it. He's trying to find.
check
He's like,
his label.
is it cotton? Like, are you shivering? Remember, you can always take layers off if you get hot. It's better to have too many clothes than to not have enough. After all, if something happens to one, you'll have something else equally as warm. Merino wool is very insulating, cannot easily get wet. Some jackets are made of merino. So try to get your hands on one of them, you fucking idiot. If you're in the winter.
If you don't have a merino
You're
wool
done, dude.
jacket, you're dead. You're dead.
Get a
dude.
shell jacket and pants for rain and snow. Most cases of hypothermia happen in temperatures under 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which I think is a helpful tip randomly thrown into the bring the right clothes section.
Yeah,
of the tip.
really
Like,
important.
I think he would have needed to know that.
Yeah, like
probably at the
first.
tippy top.
Probably first before it gets to cotton is rotten.
I think
Forget going into the wilderness. There are days I wake up and go to work, and I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have worn this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I might die.
You ever wake up and you're like, today's pants weather, and then midday it's like in 90 degrees, and you're like, fuck.
It could be the 9 highballs I had the night before, and I'm just sweating, about to throw up. Like, I think I'm dying.
Yeah.
But it's probably the cotton.
But it's probably the Tang.
It's probably the Tang shirt I got made of cotton tang.
Made of cot tang.
Katang.
Tang.
Totten. Tang. We'll figure. We'll
workshop
work
it.
it.
We'll workshop it.
Katang.
Katang. I love that board game. Catan. Move on.
Okay. Don't wear cotton. Number 9. Pick a safe and secure site where you can stay, okay? Choose a site close to a water source, but far enough anywhere you will not be in danger of animals who also tend to stay around water and high tides. It should also be on stable ground. Avoid drop-off areas that are too rocky or areas too close to water. All of these are areas that are vulnerable to the elements. So
Everywhere,
so close,
but not close.
too close.
Not close.
But still not
but
too far away.
Not too far away, but too close.
But
No,
close.
wait. No rocks.
No rocks.
You know what you should do to survive in the wilderness? You don't want to be too close to the sea, and you don't want to be too close to the forests. Maybe somewhere in the middle, like a city.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to a city, you won't die in the wilderness.
Die in the wilderness.
So it would be a perfect middle ground.
Well, that'll segue great into this next tip.
Great.
Tip number 8: build a fire.
Perfect.
Warmth is essential to comfort in the wild. But just knowing how to make a fire is not enough. You have to know when and how to make a fire.
You do.
Here are some details. Build a fire away from your valuables and away from your food supply. Should anything go wrong, animals included. When you cook with a fire, don't use the flame right away, but instead build a fire and let it sit. You should build a fire long before you eat. In the process of building a fire, you create a hotbed of coals, which will create an open flame. An open flame will allow you to burn your food to a black crisp. That doesn't sound like a good thing anymore, but it's fine.
You know how you eat your food at a black
crisp
Over an open flame.
Look for birch bark to start a fire. Birch bark, wet or dry, is highly flammable and is great at starting fires in wet or cold locations. I feel like every time we get one of these tips, the last thing is always the most helpful. It's like, yeah, why didn't you lead with that as opposed to being like, build a fire? Fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Also, it doesn't tell you how to build a fire.
No, not a single tip in there. Because it says at the beginning, hey, knowing is not enough. Here are some qualifiers, but never explains, how to do that.
But how do I do it?
Is that
That's the guy.
That's the guy dying on our YouTube channel?
Tip number 8.
If I just had it, I would let it sit as long as I could. I just need food. Got raw, dead mosquitoes here I'm trying to cook. And
build a fire. How? Well, that's not enough.
That's not enough. I'm going to tell you that's not enough.
don't have cotton, though.
That's not enough. Look, and wash your black crisp chicken down with some Tang.
You do need to wash that. Wash that.
Yeah.
Tang, a little fun fact here, is...
Yeah.
No, it's going to be like... It doesn't matter. It was a
Hey,
dumb joke.
you know how birch bark would be best? How do I know what that is? Never mind. Who cares?
All right, so build a fire. Figure it the fuck out.
Figure it the fuck out, you dumb idiot.
Yeah. Take off your cotton everything and grow up. Tip number 7.
Grow up.
Build a shelter. I have a sneaking suspicion this is not going to tell us how to do it.
These are the tips online. They said build a shelter.
Okay.
And I was literally like, how? And it was like, well, and they told me everything else, and I was like, that's hilarious.
You know how you already did that? Here's the tip. Like,
what?
Build a shelter. A lean-to is an easy way to construct a shelter, albeit it will not last forever. For the first week or so, have a basic structure you can sleep in. Cool, got it. Spend that time building something more permanent. Ow! The longer you plan on being out there, the better built it should be.
How?
Ow! Ow!
I also like how they just casually like, lean-tos is great. What's a lean-to? Shut the fuck up, dude.
How do you build a lean-to?
Shut up.
It's some wood and leaves you lean
to it.
But you know what? That won't even work.
Won't even work.
Good luck.
Cotton.
While you're in your lean-to, build the blueprints for something more permanent. Okay? Because you're not going back to civilization.
No, you're done.
You're
Build a
stuck.
shelter.
If you're watching this YouTube, you're done. You're
done.
You're dead.
It is highly recommended to never.
How?
How?
It is.
How?
It's
Someone's in the woods, it's pouring rain, and he's like, okay, fire. How?
Got it.
Okay, shelter. How? Oh, lean-to?
hunt. How?
Yeah.
It's highly recommended to never sleep on bare ground and to always make the floor of your shelter something like hemlock boughs, leaves, or hay. If you do not make the floor of the shelter with hemlock boughs, leaves, or hay, you will freeze when you sleep on the dirt.
What's a hemlock bow?
Shut the fuck
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Shut up.
Get hemlock stuff, you fucking idiot. Go to the hemlock store while you're in the wilderness. And if not, you're going to die. I love that this said, if you don't do what I just told you not to do without any explanation, you're going to be dead.
You're going to be dead.
So,
you're going to be fucking dead.
So if you don't build this shelter and you sleep on the ground, like what's the option? You're going to be like fucking Bagheera in the tree and sleeping across? You're going to be done, dude.
Yeah. How do you build a shelter? I don't know, dude. Put some hemlock
Put some
bows in
hemlock
your
bows.
lean-to. What are you, an idiot?
Fucking idiot.
But don't sleep on the ground.
Don't sleep on the
fucking ground.
dare.
Tie yourself to a tree branch and hope for the best.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Tip number 6, everyone. Learn how to hunt, trap, and gather.
I can't wait to find out
Rebecca.
Can't wait for this tip to tell me all about it.
Yeah. Keyword, you learn.
You
okay?
learn. You go to the next YouTube video and learn how to do this.
How to survive.
Yeah, how to. Learn how to hunt, trap, and gather. Again, this is contingent upon your location. Duh.
And if you already know how to do these things.
Sorry. Again, I have to repeat myself.
I'm gonna fucking lose.
However you need to get food, learn how to do it. Tap into all your resources. Rivers full of fish, animals in the sky and on the ground, and the plants and mushrooms that surround you. I won't tell you what's poisonous and what's not, but you'll figure it out. The more skills you have, the better off you'll be when the climate changes or when certain
Don't worry.
resources run
The
dry.
more skills you have,
Yeah.
it's fine. You'll figure it out.
Oh, here we go. Do not eat any plants or mushrooms unless you know that they're edible. How am I going to tell you how?
No, keep going.
If you can, bring a book discussing the flora and fauna of your local.
Or start your own garden? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to read your
Once you build
tip.
your permanent shelter, start a garden, okay? As a general rule, if you kill an animal when it is acting normally, other than viciously, then it should be safe for you to eat. Ensure that you have the knowledge and resources to preserve meat and fish so that it does not spoil. Do not attempt to eat an animal.
here, dude.
Yeah. Do not attempt to eat an animal that appears to be visibly sick or is dead when you find it. That's pretty good. Have a good storage system, too. There may be scavengers in your area that pose a threat to your food stock.
I love that there are tips like build a fire,
Don't
freeze to death on the ground, and it all ends with bring a book.
We're renaming this episode "How to Survive the Apocalypse."
No, I think it's how to die in the wilderness.
How to die
in the wilderness.
Yeah.
I need a break. This is a nightmare of tips. Sorry. We are gonna take a break. Sorry, you're dying in the woods. We'll be back though.
But to be
We know
fair,
you're dying. Let's take a break.
let's take a quick pause, Ski.
All right.
You know.
All right. We'll see you after the break. Hey everyone, are you tired of buying expensive, low-quality foods? I know I am, and that's why it's time to discover the authentic taste of Italy with Botticelli Foods.
They are a family-owned brand that delivers farm-to-table products straight to your dinner table. Experience the rich flavors of the Italian cuisine, which has been passed down from generation to generation.
If you made sure to bring your mobile router on you while you're traveling the wilderness, and you go to BotticelliFoods.com and use the promo code Doozy, that's DOOZY at checkout, you can get 10% off all Botticelli food products delivered to you right in the wilderness.
Yeah, they deliver it right to your permanent shelter you built.
Yep.
Exactly.
Off the ground.
Off the ground.
And I'm talking every kind of sauce you could think of: olive oils, balsamics, and many, many more
Cotton,
flavorful products.
Tang.
Yeah, not as delicious as Tang, even more delicious than Tang.
Agreed.
And remember, Botticelli foods are extraordinary and outstanding, just like the men of Doozy.
Buy Botticelli's right now in the wilderness.
That's it. And now we go to my favorite segment during the break, checking in with Jose. Jose, have you ever been in the wilderness? You're out in California. Do you hang out in the California woods? What are you doing out there? Are you editing the podcast in the woods? What's going on here? Do you have any survival tips for everybody? And how's the episode?
Hey everybody, coming to you live from the great outdoors. I've been here for about 35 seconds now. I'm so thirsty. I'm done. That was impossible. I'm so sorry. I can't do that. I can't. Where's my remote control? Where's my TV? That was so difficult. I'd rather just watch the Men of Doozy podcast.
How to garden, how to raise wolves, how to tang. Well, now we.
Wow.
Yeah, he'd make it.
He would. He's.
I trust him.
I trust him too.
Yeah,
I do. He's a survival guy.
yeah. He knows how to survive.
He's got a permanent shelter somewhere.
He does.
Yeah, it's called his
All right,
apartment.
cool. Yeah.
Well, we really got to get back to Steve, the stranded man. So
Yeah, he's
let's go back.
he is super.
We just made him
done.
hungrier. So.
All right, hey, we'll
If
see.
you thought those tips were helpful, just wait.
Wait,
Just
we got
wait.
5 more.
Just make sure you smash that like button. All right.
Yeah. And we're back, everybody.
I gotta
Are you alive?
I gotta say, like, don't lean away. Get into this Eagle Scout thing. I'm ready. I want to. You gotta help us.
I'll be honest.
yeah, dude. You haven't
Steve's
said it
out there,
once,
dude.
Here's no. I'm not even. It's not me shying away. I am so confused. I'm waiting to get something helpful to talk about, and I'm too busy being like, wait, just what is that? Well, what are
Yeah.
you saying? And I don't have the time to teach people.
He's dying out there, and he's gonna need your help. So you need to.
So
Thinking about it, I
well,
probably
let's-
should have been like, how do you make a fire, and done actual tips on how to make
Yeah,
a fire.
let's run it back. So like a lean-to, you want to get a solid structure. Get yourself some maybe like grass or straw. Make yourself some rope out of that,
Or
which is
hemlock,
another tutorial of how to make rope out of grass.
How do you make rope out of grass?
get some cotton.
Oh man.
How do you make rope out of grass?
Well, you strip it to down to its like kind of most fibrous form, strip it all down, and then you can tie it together in little knots. Oh man, I realize now that 12 tips is not enough, and we're dead.
Yeah.
Like if you're watching this,
Well,
you're
speaking of
super
that-
If you're
dead.
trying to, if you're on death's door and you're trying to bring blades of grass to its fibrous, what'd you say?
State.
yeah, most fibrous state, yeah, for sure, yeah.
I don't know. You're done.
I would have been eating that first before I'm like, I gotta make rope because I'm trying to hang myself.
Well, here's the thing. I think if we want to talk about just Castaway does a great job of showing exactly what this looks like.
And he does use that to hang himself, tries to hang himself.
He does try to hang himself, but it breaks up his weight.
And the number one tip, kill yourself.
Die.
No,
He dead.
no, you gotta keep fighting. You gotta keep
So
Keep fighting him.
I want to ask. Genuine question. We're all friends here. We're stranded in wherever we think it is.
Okay.
How long do we think each of us would survive in whatever situation? It could be Alaska, it could be deserted island.
Yeah, whatever it is.
I'm gonna.
And all three of us are together.
No,
I
we're
would wait till
individual.
we're
No,
all
no.
sleeping, and I would take a rock and beat the shit out of you.
And then you would
guys,
just
and
eat
then
us.
Eat your
Yeah, I
bodies.
know you would. So that's why we're separated.
That's why we're separated.
3 separate islands we never get to. And let's
You're in
be
the
honest.
Sahara Desert.
Okay.
I'm Sub-Zero Alaska. You're in the woods.
And I'm in Europe. I'm having a
Okay,
great time.
Great.
You're getting beaten up by goats and shit. I think I would last a hell of a lot longer than I would like. I think I would become more resourceful and then live, and I'd be like, please let me die. I found all the things and I figured it out. I'm a great problem solver.
And eventually you'd look like Tom Hanks.
I would definitely be that.
Castaway.
I don't know if I would last to where I get like found, but I would. There'd be like, all of my friends and family would be like, he lasted how long?
Yeah.
It would surprise me too, but I do think that I would last a lot longer than anyone would suspect, including myself, because I love problem solving. And that's not great in that. Just let me die.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But I would also like have lost one arm would have gone like gangrene style, and
Yeah.
I would
Al Green style.
Al Green for sure, smooth voice, but stump. Yeah, I would say I would last about a month and a half. You agree with that? You disagree?
I would.
I think it would depend what you had, but I think that's, if you
We're just talking about personality and stuff.
just personality, then you're dead. What do you?
No. I mean, like, knowing me. How do you think?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like you really don't like being inconvenienced.
That's true.
I think you
So-
would build your shelter, and then you would start to critique your shelter, and you'd be like, I gotta build another one somewhere else now.
But that's why it would be. That's why I would last longer, because then I would be like, I could do this better, and then
Yeah.
I would survive.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to. Yeah.
And then you just die from exhaustion setting deadlines for yourself.
Yeah, for sure. I'd
Yeah.
keep myself busy at all times. That's
Yes.
why I would live. And it would be like an animal would go to eat me and be like, I'm busy today. You can't come back tomorrow with some pals. How long do you think you last?
I think
Does civilization exist, or are we just
Yes,
this is like back
civilization
then?
exists.
Like what? How long would we last?
Well, it does, but we're we're in the wilderness, so it's not accessible.
I think I would survive a long time and die in old age in like a beautiful giant log cabin with
That you've made.
Yes, I would have a pack of wolves that are just at my disposal and do everything I want. I would embody the forest.
I imagine you
I would be
being
the
found,
wild man. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be found on a bed you've made in your cabin you've made with hemlock bedding over you,
Exactly.
and the wolves have preserved you and made sure it guarded from from being torn.
I think
I'd be like on all fours. I'd go around like tasting poop, and I'd be like, "There he is."
Got it.
And I'd go down. I'd wrestle moose, and it would just be.
Yeah,
I would be like, "This is my life now."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a mile away is the highway.
Is
it's the
Denny's,
highway.
is Denny's,
Denny's,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Denny's.
Denny's. I think it would truly depend.
That image is so crisp to me.
And they come and visit me, and they're like, "Are you good?" I'm like, "Get out of here!
You're just a hallucination.
If only you were real."
I think
Okay.
I don't know.
to
I
the
would
parking
last.
lot.
I would last okay until I had to kind of start crafting tools, because I don't think I have the knowledge base to really do that. So like, I could,
Oh, that's all my TikTok is just this guy in the woods making tools.
yeah.
I gotta
Out
be
of
honest.
like wood. I don't know why.
I gotta be honest, and I love you dearly, but you will be the one to die the fastest, and the only reason is because you would be so into it. This would happen. Oh God, and then you're just bleeding out because
I
you
don't
would.
think I would be that into it.
I think
I
you
don't
would.
think I'm stoked about.
No, I'm not
dying
saying you're
in
stoked. I'm
wilderness.
saying you would be really crafting the tool, and then you would get an artery,
But
and you would be.
But that's
bled
why.
out.
That's why I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I would. Once I got to that stage, wouldn't happen. I'd be dead. Tip number 5: make sure your water is purified. Drinking purified water is critical, as you can get many diseases from dirty water. You never know if a freshwater system is actually clean. For instance, there could be dead animals upstream from you. So purify all your water. Easiest method: just boil it. Boil the fucking water with the fire that you don't make. You absolute idiot. It should take about 10 minutes. So,
But you got to learn how to build that fire. So you're probably fucked.
you're dead anyway.
How you gonna do it?
But if you know how to make a fire, if you know how to make a fire and you're not an idiot, it'll be fine. There's other things like you can get iodine tablets, or you can get a water filter, which is wild to put in a tip about water filters. But if you just have a water filter, just filter the water. So yeah, the main one is just boil your water, and then you'll be able to see all the solids and filter it out.
Sounds like
Go to the drugstore and then go back to your shelter.
Yeah, go to the drugstore, get a water filter.
Yeah, I'm trying
get
to
a
survive
Brita.
in the wilderness. I'll just take the.
I'll take the Brita.
I'll take everything you have. Actually,
Sir, this is Denny's.
I'll take a Moons over my hammy to go.
Please.
Would be
Thank you
great.
so
I'll
much.
take 14 of those. Actually, I got wolves to feed.
I'll take the
Alex has
hungry man breakfast. I've got to go back to my shelter and feed my wolves.
You live in the wilderness and you're more in debt because you got a pack of wolves, which are the size of this table.
That'll
by
be
the way.
$30. I have acorns.
I do have wolves that will eat you if you don't give that to me now.
Wolves.
Wolves. Tip number 4. Be your own doctor.
Idiot.
Did you get the medical degree, idiot?
Did you get your medical degree before you went out?
Being alone in the wilderness means that you'll be your own doctor. You be your own everything, really. If you were to get so much as a cut, it needs to be addressed. It could be infected. Hopefully you have basic first aid knowledge, and can take care of everything from sterilization to putting on a splint. But how?
Yeah.
If you break your leg or something similarly terrible happens, have a way that you can contact for help, whether it's a radio, a phone, or some other reliable signaling mechanism. Having this ability to help will help take the stress off should something
This
happen.
tip is just
Have a phone.
you should be able to call someone. That's the tip.
Are you a doctor?
Are you
Well,
cut?
we're done.
Where's your phone?
Where's your phone?
Sorry,
idiot?
bro.
The
Oh, you're
tip
dead.
is be your own doctor.
Oh my God!
one.
Call one.
Can you get your medical degree while in the wilderness? No? Well, you're dead.
Be your own everything, really.
So this person who wrote all of this on the internet
Should be ashamed.
is
of
dead.
It
themselves.
was a professor at one of the universities, very top.
Which one?
Phoenix
Yeah, Phoenix Online.
online.
Spirit Airlines
Spirit
University.
Airlines University. Wilderness Spirit Airlines. Okay. Oh, this is great. Get in this next one, Alex.
Yeah, fire away with this tip, Alex.
Number 3, everyone. Consider starting a garden.
This person sucks, dude.
Right.
Steve's dead. Steve's gone. He's been a corpse for 20 minutes.
These are all great tips on like what you should do.
These are
if you already have the knowledge.
These are just things you do if you're bored.
I guess
Consider
it wasn't
start-
how to learn to survive in the wilderness. It was just how to wilderness, which comes with a lot of precursors. This is basically the 401 class. We needed the 101.
We need a one-on class.
201,
Yeah.
Keep going. So now we need to have a green thumb. Go ahead.
So now that you've stitched up your broken leg, consider starting. Now that you put one of those SpongeBob Band-Aids on your broken leg, consider starting a garden. Since you're going to be out on your own for a while because everyone abandoned you, why not start a garden? It'll be your
Why
own,
not?
It'll be your own little farm.
Why not?
How do you garden? I don't know. It'll be a source of food you can count on that's almost effortless.
What?
Apart from the beginning stages. It'll also be a morale boost.
I got taters.
Because when the doctor's not answering your phone calls, and
At least you grew tomatoes.
it'll be a morale boost. Being resourceful and in control of your survival. Be sure you can keep your garden away from wild animals. Construct a fence around your garden. How do you build a fence?
God damn it.
Use objects to scare them away and mark your territory if need be. Pee all over your garden.
Yeah. So first
Mark
thing,
your territory is in quotes. They mean piss. They mean piss a lot.
Pee
it
on
did
your
just tell us to piss on our food.
Yes, they
And
did.
though all this sounds impossible, the image of Alex in like survival loincloth, but with a gardening hat on, is so wonderful.
It's pretty
to me.
good.
Yeah.
Like covered in dirt and cuts,
Yeah.
and he's like, my cukes are coming in.
Ooh, my rutabagas.
Yeah, I love those.
Oh my God.
Let's get the fuck
Don't worry,
out
guys.
of here.
Definitely a morale boost.
Yeah, definitely morale boost here.
Your arm's hanging off. You're like, oh fuck yeah, my broccoli's coming in.
You know what would make me feel better? Build a garden.
You know what'll make you feel even better? Tip number 2, bulk up your shelter.
Oh, yeah.
Bulk it up. In 6 feet of snow or a torrential rain, your little lean-to isn't going to do much good. Spend the months of summer and fall building something similar to a cabin to keep out the elements or wild animals. It'll feel more like home,
Oh,
too.
good. Put a little citronella candle.
Yeah,
in
dude.
there.
Or just go home. Just go home.
go home, Steve.
What are you doing?
Figure out a way to, bring your outhouse to you for the winter, if at all possible. To be close to your shelter, though it shouldn't be inside your home unless you want the stink. This tip is wild from start to.
What's the stink? In case unless you
want the stink, dude. Don't fucking.
You know what? Let's just shit in here. I want it. I want the stink. Actually,
Bulk up your shelter. Put the outhouse inside.
We know that
in-house.
Yeah, we know you're lost in the wilderness, want to get out. But if you want to take the months of summer and fall to build up your, hovel, the fuck is this tip, dude? What's going on?
Yeah, but your morale's going to be boosted
Because
from
you
the
got the
garden
garden.
you made first because you slept not on the ground because you'd be dead.
Yes.
You slept in the trees and you thought, well, that's good enough, but my garden's looking dope as fuck.
There you go.
So now let me build a home and let me shit in it.
Yes.
In the corner because
I like.
I want
stink.
that stink.
I want that. Stink.
I gotta get that. So that's. You all know me
You have
for a
to
long
saw
time.
your leg off.
You all know me for a long time, and what do I say? Matt wants that stink.
Give me that stink.
I'm always like, give me that stink. So
Yeah.
I'm ready for it. Tip number 1: realize that if you go back to city life, it'll be quite the shock.
No, it won't. No, it won't. No, it fucking will not. It'll be fine.
Yeah, because it'll be easy.
You're out there. You're out there with your bulk shelter, garden, piss everywhere, wolves,
Shit on everything.
shit. You're covered in Tang.
Covered in Tang. Tang is everywhere,
Covered in
dude.
Tang. Your water's not purified. I mean,
Your Tang isn't purified either.
can you even go back?
Well, once you've abandoned the life of money, status, and 9-to-5 job, going back may seem like more of a feat than leaving. For some, it's mentally compromising. So is everything we talked
This
about.
whole list.
Whoa, what a shock. It was easier on my Tang and poop house. Carefully weigh your options as logically as possible if you're considering a transition. You may want to take
Wait. Are they saying transitioning
From woods to
from trapped in the wilderness
Do you
to
really want to go back?
not being trapped in the wilderness?
Was like
Guys,
that much better?
Yeah, you got to take small steps is why. Because try moving to a farm or a rural area may be better than trying to just go back to city life, at least immediately.
Yeah, you were covered in shit and Tang in your apartment. The only difference is you're outside.
Don't give a shock to your system if you don't have to. So don't go in the
Don't go
wilderness.
in the wilderness. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Baby steps will make it easier. So the best part of surviving in the wilderness is leaving.
Well, but you got to be careful because you might shock yourself if you leave too quickly
Exactly.
from the wilderness you were trapped in.
God, how many Love Island seasons have I missed? I'm shocked. I also have indoor everything, and
Now that you've adapted to the wilderness,
Yeah.
and you're out there,
what are you gonna do with your wolves?
What are you gonna do with
Can
your
they
wolves?
adapt? It might be a change for them.
Because then you're walking out in the leave the tree line, and you're like, no, stay.
Yeah.
And then that's heartbreaking.
Hey, Steve, we really, really let you down.
Sorry, dude. He's been dead for 30
you
minutes.
You are super not here anymore.
I picture Robin Williams in Jumanji when he comes back and he's like, "What year is it?"
Yeah.
And he's fucked up.
Yeah, he went from like that to pretty
To
normal
flubber,
to flubber really
Real
quick.
quick.
Flub, like most inside, which is true because he was inside all the time. He missed his wedding like 14 times.
He did.
Yeah. For Flubber.
For
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum,
Yeah.
And we'll end on that Flubber.
Flubber. A lot of Tang in that movie.
Yeah.
A lot of Tang
A lot
in
of
that movie.
Tang.
There's a lot of Tang. Well, did you guys learn something?
Absolutely not.
Okay, great. And we'll say that at the end of every episode, moving forward.
Thanks for taking the time to watch this.
Yeah, and he never didn't. And if you're keeping track of the eagle count,
It's
it's
at
two.
two.
It's at
because,
one.
because I couldn't possibly even bring it up.
Because there was a lot of maybe in the first three classes you would have talked about being, but this was just like you're done.
This was like, do you know how to do this? I guess not, fucking asshole.
We could each tip
I
was
literally-
its own episode. How to build a fire.
Yeah.
How to build a home.
How to garden.
How to garden.
Yeah.
How to raise wolves. How to tang.
Yeah.
Well, now we know what we're doing the next
Next
bit.
9
Yeah, the
episodes.
next-
I didn't know we had our own season of how to survive in the
We
wilderness.
did. We're gonna. Yeah. This was just the intro. This is a part. This is part one of part 632. Yeah.
Yeah, get ready.
Of living.
How to piss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here.
All right. Thank you everyone for watching the Man Doozy podcast.
Got to comment your favorite tip and share this episode with everyone you know.
We are on all social media platforms and audio platforms. Every one of them. Just all of them.
That's it. And if you know someone that wants to learn about something and have us teach you while we also learn about it, then go you learn about it yourself. Okay.
Go figure it out,
You
fucking
idiot.
dope. We'll see you next episode.
Yeah, we'll see you next episode.
Bye, Botticelli.
Bye, Botticelli's. Indeed.
If you had Botticelli's, you could survive.
You'd survive. You'd be fine.
You would survive.
You'd be fine.
Bye.